wind was a torrent of darkness among the gusty trees. The moon was a ghostly galleon tossed upon the cloudy seas. The road was a ribbon of moonlight over the purple moor. And the highwayman came riding. The highwayman came riding up to the old inn door. He had a French cocked hat at his forehead, a bunch of lace at his chin, a coat of cleared velvet, and breeches of brown dew skin. They were fitted with never a wrinkle, his boots were up to the thigh, and he rode with a jewelled twinkle, his pistol buds a twinkle, his rapier hilt a twinkle under the jewelled sky. Over the cobbles he clattered, and clashed in the darkened yard, and he tapped with his whip on the shutters, but it was all locked and barred. He whistled a tune to the window, and who should be waiting there but the landlord's black-eyed daughter, Bess, the landlord's daughter, placing a dark red love knot into her long black hair. "One kiss, my bonny sweetheart. I'm after a prize tonight, but I shall be back with the ale of gold before the morning light." Then got on his horse and galloped away to the west. He did not come in the dawning, he did not come at noon, and out of the tawny sunset before the rise of the moon. When the road was a gypsy's ribbon, looping the purple moor, a redcoat troop came marching. King George's men came marching up to the old inn door. They said no word to the landlord, for they drank his ale instead, but they gagged his daughter and bound her to the foot of her narrow bed. Two of them knelt at her casement, with muskets at this side. There was death at every window, and hell at one dark window. For Bess could see through the casement the road that he would ride. They had tied her up to attention, with many a sniggering jest. They had bound a musket beside her, the barrel between her breasts. "Now keep good watch," and they kissed her. She heard the dead man say, "Look for me by the moonlight, watch for me by the moonlight. I'll come to thee by the moonlight, through hell she barred the way." She twisted her hands behind her, but all the knots held good. She riffed her hands till her fingers were wet with the sweat or blood. They stretched and strained in the darkness, and the hours crawled by like years. Till now on the stroke of midnight, cold on the stroke of midnight, the tip of one finger touched it, the trigger at least was hers. Tuttle-lot had they heard it, the horse hoofs ringing clear. Tuttle-lot in the distance, were they deaf they did not hear. Down the ribbon of moonlight over the brow of the hill, the highwayman came riding. The redcoats looked to the priming. She stood up straight and still. Her eyes grew wide for a moment. She drew one last deep breath. Then her finger moved in the moonlight. Her musket shattered the moonlight, shattered her breast in the moonlight, and warmed him with her death. Back he spurred like a madman, shrieking a curse to the sky. With the white road smoking behind him, and his rapier brandished high, blood red were his spurs, the golden noon, wine red was his velvet coat. When they shot him down on the highway, down like a dog on the highway, and he lay in his blood on the highway, with a bunch of lace at his throat. And who should be waiting there but the landlord's black-eyed daughter, Bess, the landlord's daughter, plaiting a dark red love knot into her long black hair.